Oh, good evening, everybody. Apologies for being a few minutes late. I can see we're live on the tube, so good evening to everybody who's already there. I'll just check that we're live on Facebook and then I'll come back to you in a second. Let's have a look. Facebook, are we live? We are, I think. Click the button, Phill. Turn the subtitles off. Good evening, everybody. Right, I'm sorry I was a few minutes late. I wasn't ready. It's been one of those days. Anyway, let me just flick back to the tube and say hello to everybody. I'll leave that on because there's nothing exciting to look at yet. Feels like ages. Well, it's actually been a month. Here we go. So hi. Oh, there's too many of you there, so I'm just going to say good evening to everybody on the tube and everybody on Facebook. Feeling much better. I'm not better. Better than I was, but I'm definitely not better. So I'll apologise from the offset if I have to go and blow my nose or if I have to go and cough, because it's definitely taking it out of me. Anyway, that's a month now I've been like this, because it started, if you remember, just after my last hobby maker shows, which were a month ago. Anyway, so just while we let everybody get logged in and catching up, I'll just give you a little update. So obviously I'm still not very well, you can hear it, but I am 100 times better than I was. So I may need to go and blow my nose, or I may need to go and cough, but I will let you know, and I'll just go and do it outside the room. Nobody wants to hear that. So new releases time. The only reason I've done the live tonight is because of this, because of the schedule, if I'm honest with you, because this is when we were due to do the sneaky peek, and if I leave it till next week, it just cocks everything up. So it's easier to try and muddle through this live and keep us on track. Now I do need to tell you that I've cancelled my shows on Hobby Maker on Wednesday. I'm definitely not fit enough to go to the studio. So Hobby Maker, as always, have been amazing. I spoke to them this morning. And because it's a new release, I wanted to do the shows myself. So a little bit of a double whammy. So I'm still going ahead with the sneaky peek, and you are still able to pre-order these from 9 o'clock tonight. But because I'm not got shows on Wednesday, it means we can start dispatching these to you on Thursday. So you don't need to wait until Friday this time, just Wednesday or Thursday. So it is what it is. I just can't go to the studios. There's no way I'd be able to drive that far and work. It's not fair to other people either. Hi, Jean. Hi to everybody who's jumping in. It's not fair to other people either at the studios while I'm still full of bugs. Anyway, it is what it is. So let's just crack on. So as ever, this is what should be our normal routine: sneaky peek, new release, and pre-order, and that's exactly what we're going to do. This is, well, I'll show you in a minute. I do need to tell you a couple of things before we start. So you can pre-order yours after the live tonight. I'm hoping to be done before 9 o'clock, because I don't think I'll manage till 9, but I will try my best. I've got 2 demos planned for you. You can pre-order after from 9 o'clock tonight on the website from me and from Julia. Now, obviously, because I'm not going to be on Hobby Maker on Wednesday, I've moved this show forward to the beginning of March. So this is really important. If we sell out, I'm not taking any of the stock that I've allocated for Hobby Maker. So if we sell out of this before my show's on Hobby Maker, which is highly likely given how things have been going recently, I'm not going to steal any stock from the stock I've allocated to Hobby Maker. So once it's gone from us, the only way you'll be able to get it is from the shows on the 4th of March on Hobby Maker. Right, so let's get cracking. I'm going to get a drink. You definitely need to keep reminding me to drink. Because if that goes cold, I won't drink it. Right, are we ready? So this is series 2. Hi, Julia. This is series 2 of your beautifully beaded and double pierced. So let's get the dies first. Oh, I'm stretching and I'm too old for stretching. Let's get the dies first and then I will show you the boards. I'm going to save that one till last because I'm naughty like that. I'm going to take that. Oh, I'm going to take this. Hang on a sec. I'm twisting to the side and I should know better than to do that. Right. Are you ready? Let's just shift all these pearls. So I need to just, before I show you these, so this is your series 2 of the beautifully beaded. So we are now extending on what we released. Do you know, I can't even remember when the first release was. Was it I want to say October or November, I can't remember. But it was one or the other. Now we are now building on beautifully beaded and double pierced, and we've got tonight 2 new shapes. I'm going to start with the little ones. And show you the new shape. So we've got the first one. Let me move that to one side. It had to be done. So your first one is your beautifully beaded rectangles. Now, you know you need these because they're going to build on what you've already had. And when I show you their double pierced counterparts, so this is your double pierced rectangles. So really important if you're new to, it might have been November, I honestly can't remember. The last 4 or 5 weeks have just been a blur. So double pierced rectangles, beautifully beaded rectangles. So we're following the same format as we did on the first release. Okay, new shapes. Now I need to just tell you all that this rectangle die set is not the same as all my other rectangles in the Stately collection. This one, for the first time ever, this one is now designed to fit A5 card blanks. So if I take this large one off, this die here is a proper A5. So everything that's cascading inside will mat and layer onto an A5 card blank. You can now create your own A5 card blanks using this die, okay? Now, me being me, I've given you the outside as well. So we can create oversized A5 card blanks. And these are the double pierced ones with the piercing on the inside and the outside. So you already know that your beautifully beaded are going to fit on your double pierced counterparts, look. So this one, your beautifully beaded, is going to sit on the cutting edge of its counterpart in the double pierced. Oh, that looks lovely, look. Purely by coincidence. So that is your first new set, the double pierced rectangles with the beautifully beaded rectangles. I'm just going to do this quick reminder for everybody. Okay, quick reminder that the double pierced are A4 size, A4 sets. So this is an A4 magnetic sheet. The beautifully beaded are A6. So clearly the biggest one is going to fit on this one here. It's not going to go all the way out to the massive sizes because you would have frankly needed 100,000 gems or more. So that is your first part. Apologies. And we've got a brand new shape. We've got the diamond, and this was an absolute nightmare to do. So you've got your beautifully beaded diamonds, and it's gorgeous. This is fast becoming one of my favorites already. So we've got the theme. So I've released, it's a cohesive collection. So as you can tell, your rectangles are going to work with your diamonds, and so on and so forth. So obviously, because we've got the beautifully beaded diamonds, which is a brand new shape, I've never done diamond before, it means we need the double pierced diamonds. So double pierced diamonds, it's a little bit deceiving, this, because they look smaller. They look smaller than they actually are. But this large diamond here is 8 inches from point to point. And I know that for a fact because it was me that designed it. So 8 inches. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. So you've got a full 8-inch tall diamond there. And you know what I'm going to show you. You know you're going to be able to create your little embellishments using the double pierced with the beautifully beaded. It's how it's designed. We're now building on everything. Yeah, so we've now, and you know already that these are going to work with your squares and your circles that we did, and the hearts that we did in the last set. So moving on from that, I'm just going to show you the boards. Let's just show you the boards for these before I show you the next brand new shape that I've never ever done before. So that is your rectangles. That is your diamonds. That's your double pierced rectangles and your double pierced diamonds. So, I mean, we know we're going to use these till the cows come home because they're just your worker dies. Yeah, I love the diamond, but I also love the rectangle because it makes oversized A5 cars. This one, this double pierced rectangles, you're going to use this more than you do the squares, I promise you. And then, of course, we've got all the different sizes in the rectangle, the beautifully beaded, and in the diamond. Now, something else that's brand new is we've now got an A6 lattice die. I'm just going to get a drink. So this was a pain in the neck to do. So we've now got a beautifully beaded A6 size lattice, and the little circles here are designed to fit my 5mm pearls and gems. So all the 5mm pearls and gems that we love to use are going to fit on this. It's a full A6. And obviously I've given you the outer die so you can create a lattice panel. But I've given you the lattice itself without an outside cutting edge, which then means you can extend this as much or as little as you like. And you already know that the piercing is going to work with the lead differently. The lattice is going to work with the panel perfection. I'm just finding the board. And this is how this comes out. How stunning is this die? I love this die. It was an absolute nightmare to get right, but I love it. Sorry, apologies for coughing on you. So that is your beautifully beaded lattice. So we've now taken the concept of all these little sections for your 8mm gems and pearls, 5mm gems and pearls, 3mm gems and pearls, and we're now expanding it so that we can create a whole lattice background that accommodates the 5mm pearls. So that is your beautifully beaded lattice. And then, are you ready for these? Oh. So now we've got beaded borders. So this is an A5 set. That's in the wrong place. That's going to annoy me. This is an A5 set of dies with 3 8-inch border dies. So I'm just going to turn it this way so you can see them. They've been designed obviously to work with 8mm, 5mm and 3mm pearls. They all have the piercing detail in them. Kitty Jones there. They all have the piercing detail in them, and they can all be extended. They can all be extended, which is absolutely amazing. Now I'm just going to say to you, if you got my Christmas cracker die last year, this one, you're going to use this around your Christmas cracker dies because it's absolutely stunning. And this is how they look when they're cut out, look. So 5mm, 8mm, 3mm, 8, 5, 8, 3, blah, blah, blah. And then we've got this one with the piercing across the middle for 5 and 3mm pearls. And then you've got this one, which is 8, 5 and 3. So I'm trying to bring everything together so that it all works. It all works together. It's now giving you even more choices. So we had lots of choices just from the first release, but now we've got even more. And there's one more thing. Sorry. There's one more thing to show you. Brand new shape. Brand new shape. Never done this shape before. We've now got beautifully beaded archers. Beautifully beaded archers. And these are again the A6. You can see how this is all going to work together. Look how beautiful these three shapes are together. How gorgeous are they? Hang on. Hang on. So obviously we've got beautifully beaded archers. So you know what we need next? We need double pierced archers. And that's exactly what we've got here. So these are your limited editions. So the archers are your limited editions. So the only place you can get these from are from me and from Julia. These won't be on Hobby Maker. Everything else you've seen will be on Hobby Maker. These two won't. So look at this. Look at these dies. I love them. So now we've got this die. These are designed to coordinate with your rectangles, by the way. So these are designed to coordinate with your rectangles. So you can use these within your rectangles. Does that make sense? It's all designed to be mix and match and interactive. So this, same as the rectangles, the second die down will make you an A5 height double pierced arch card blank. The bigger die will be an outsize or oversized A5, which is what I love to do. And then your beaded ones. How gorgeous are these? I tell you what, Jean, when I was prepping my demos, I've already prepped my demos for TV because I was actually hoping to be on. And I've got to be honest with you all, when I was prepping my demos, I've done 4 for TV and I've done 2 for you for tonight. And I've struggled which one to pick because I love them all. And it's really, really tricky. But I love the archers. I love the diamond. But I know for a fact that this one is the one that I'm going to use constantly because it's going to make my card blanks. I'm not going to show you this, but one of the demos I've prepped for Hobby Maker is using the diamonds, and I've made an easel card with it, but I'm not going to show you tonight because that's how I roll. So that is your new release for February 2026. Just put that to one side, get a drink, and then we'll get cracking with a demo. So we're going to do diamonds first. So remember, when I design collections of dies, series of dies particularly, it's all about, now forgive me because I have done a lot of prep for these, because there's no way on earth I would be able to stick all these gems and pearls and everything on doing it during the live. Just quickly going back to the beautifully beaded and the double pierced series. There's going to be one more series of these, and the last part of that will also incorporate a new shape, and it will also give you something other than dies. So when we finish this off in a few months' time, when we finish the series 3 in a few months' time, you're going to have an absolutely amazing collection of dies that you can just dib in and dib out, mix and match, and you're going to use them constantly. Right, so here we go. We're going to do demo number 1, and I'll tell you what I've done as I go through it, because there are choices. So this was one of the borders, look. I really like this one, and you've probably noticed, because when I design border dies, I like to give you choices. Excuse me. I like to give you choices so they all have a section in the middle that you can chop down and make them smaller. So I'm not going to do this tonight, but I wanted to show you. So we can go down the edge of our card, look, make the border smaller, and that gives us a gorgeous beaded section, yeah, as outer edges. Oops, sorry, I'm chucking that poor diamond about. And then you could also do it top and bottom as well. So the borders are absolutely stunning. But I changed my mind. What a surprise. So this card blank is made from the double pierced rectangles dies. The colours I'm using for this card are the biscuit crumb linen. So this is the biscuit crumb linen card, and this is soft peach premium, and I've just run that through the Heart Lattice 3D embossing folder. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't stick that on. Why didn't I stick that on? I don't know why I didn't stick that. Oh, I know why. So now we can make card blanks, you see, which I absolutely love. And it's just polished. It's just really, really gorgeous. Right, I'm going to pop this. I don't know why I didn't put this on when I was prepping earlier. Let me just show you this diamond, because if you're woman are about these diamonds, I just don't know what else to say to you, because they're absolutely stunning. How beautiful is that? Oh, they're just, honestly, you cannot make a bad card with these dies because they're just too easy to work with. I don't know why I didn't put that on, so I'm going to put that on now. I love the beautifully beaded collection. I think, well, I love everything that I do, if I'm honest with you, but I think as far as versatility goes, and the fact that we've got a whole series of them that we can mix and match. So let me just show you, look. I know I'm waffling on, forgive me, but can you see how I've used the rectangles with the diamonds and it works seamlessly? Now, if you've got the series 1 and you've got the circles are going to fit inside the diamonds, yeah? The smaller hearts are going to fit inside the diamonds. The diamonds are going to fit inside the double pierced squares, and it all becomes so versatile, and that's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. I'm just getting another roll of foam tape, because surprise. Hi Cheryl. Oh my god, it seems like ages since I've seen you. How you doing? You're back in Portugal? The world, Chrissy, yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Do you know what? I've honestly not even seen what everybody's been saying to me because I've been too busy yakking. Jan, I've been like you since this Boxing Day. Oh, bless you, darling. Have you got to buy a new car? Not yet. Unless you're volunteering. You know where I'm after. That would cheer me up. You know, if you all did, hey, I'll get Jean and Chrissy on it. Let's do an Aston Martin GoFund page. I think that's a cracking idea. That would cheer me up no end. Right, so let's put this on. I'm gutted to be not going to Hobby Maker on Wednesday. I hate letting anybody down, but I just know I wouldn't be able to get through a live show, and it's just not fair to everybody. Now, for anybody who's wondering, I have spoken to the doctors twice. Thanks, Nina. I have spoken to the doctors twice. Well, there weren't really much use. Oh, put that on the right way. So before I stick this on, I've obviously, you know, I love a top fold card. I absolutely love a top fold card, but you're going to be able to make side landscape ones as well. Just make sure the hearts are the right way up. So can you see that I've done an extra little white layer in between? And you know why I've done that, don't you? Because it's going to be glittered. I'm going to put the glitter on first. Oh, I've got the wrong glasses on. Get a drink. Get a drink. It seems like age. Do you know what? It seems like ages since we've had a live. The weather hasn't helped, has it? Because it's been so dreary and miserable. That's just what you don't need when you're feeling rough as a badger's. So this little extra white piece I've just put in here so that I can put my diamond dazzle on the white rather than the biscuit crumb. Now, if I'm going to tell you the truth, I texted Julia earlier and I put the 3 colours of cardstock next to each other and I said, do these go? And she wrote back an emphatic yes with an exclamation mark. And the more I look at this colour combo, the more I absolutely love it. And I'll tell you something else, everybody. Top tip. I found that I really like the combination of using the linen with a plain rather than all linen. I think it looks really classy. So let's just get the diamond dazzle on this. And then I'm going to show you the diamond. So the 2 cards that I'm making for you tonight are completely different to each other. Now, I have got Julia's samples. They're in my dining room. I should have brought them up really, but I'll show you next time. I've told Karen she can put the album on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page after the live. I mean, look how fab that is already. It's just pretty. Excuse me. I absolutely do. But not be till July this year. Right, so before I move on to the diamonds, the little corners I've got here are actually from one of the rectangles. So when I was trying to do corners for this, if you've got the diamonds, you see, diamonds don't go into a corner. So I used the rectangles. I used the largest one, which is where these bits have come from. And I've kept these because these are going to be good for sticking in. Well, you're going to see that on demo number 2, so put that away, Phil. So let me get these on. Little tip again, everybody, because we know that these are fragile. We know that these dies are fragile. That little beaded, that little string section is literally 1 millimeter wide. Excuse me, 1 minute. So I've discovered that if you put your beads on your gems before you put it on your card, it's actually easier to handle. It gives it some rigidity, which makes it easier to handle, which is why I've done these. So I'm going to pop these corners on, and I cut two of the rectangles, so I'm just making sure that I've got the same ones. That's it. So I've got, you know, I'm a little bit obsessive with putting things coordinated. So I'm going to put some glue on my mat. This is an embossed piece of card, so I might have to just push them down a second. Oh, Jan's in Spain, is it? They don't want no glitter in the house. Well, that's just rude. But I can understand him not wanting it in his pants, because I don't think I would. So I'll put some glue on my... Although I've got to be honest, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. So I've just put some glue on my mat, look. And I'm just dabbing it in. Dab, dab, dab. Now when you come to do corners, what I would say to you is, get your corner in the right position first. And then just the rest will follow. Let's just get that in the right place. I love that. I've really missed making things. I mean, you know, I've been working because I've been designing in between. But until I was prepping the demos yesterday, and well, I've done it all over the weekend, I'd not actually made anything. So I've really enjoyed being creative again. There's only so much crap you can watch on the telly when you're not very well. And I'm not one for watching crap on the telly. I'm just going to turn that the other way on. So corner first, look, and then you can tease that into the right position. Same with this one. Oops. Don't get glue on your fingers. It's just easier to do it that way. And then I'll do the other corners while I'm here. It's definitely easier with the gems and pearls already on it. And do you know what's funny? Because when I designed this collection all in one go, so I already knew what the shapes were going to be. And it made me laugh because I rarely use the 3mm pearls. But I know that 8mm is the one that most people avoid. And yet I use the 8mm a lot. So with this collection, you're going to be using them all because there's a space for them all. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'll tell you the colours and that in a bit. Hi, Jenny. Just get this last corner on and then we'll move on to the diamond so I can show you what I've done. Now, I've no idea why, but I've never done a diamond before in any of my stately dies. So it was definitely lacking in that collection. So what better way to introduce the diamond than with beautifully beaded and with double pierced. It's a bit of a win. Oh, it's a bit of a win-win. So just get your corner on first. I'm just trying to give you tips because I know that these are fragile. And another tip. Here we go. Aren't they gorgeous? I'll tell you which pearls and gems I've used in a bit. Because I can't remember. I've left them out, but I can't remember. Right, so we've got here the one of the double pierced diamonds. And this is the third one in. So this is not the largest diamond. Sorry everybody. This is not the largest diamond, but look at this already, look. So before I even do anything else, that looks absolutely stunning. And of course, you can use your diamonds and your rectangles. You can use your diamonds and your rectangles in portrait or landscape. So I'm not going to pop that on yet. We've got this one. So we've got the frame that I've created using the biscuit crumb. And before I put the foam tape on, I wanted to put my decorated diamond on. Now this time I'm going to do it slightly different. So I'm going to show you another tip. These are tips that I've discovered as I've been using them. Yeah. So I've turned this the other way up. I don't know whether you can see. I've turned it the other way up. And I'm just going to put on the big pearls, I'm just going to put a blob of glue. So on the 8mm, just a little dot of glue. And then on the rest, I'm just going to dab all the way across. Now you're going to love me in a few weeks, because I've got something new coming that will help you with this. So I'm just doing a little trail of glue. So now there's glue all along the back of that, but I know it'll be too much. So I'm going to flick that over. I'm going to sit it on the mat and then pick it up. So now we've taken all the excess off that. So now we're going to pop this on. I'm going to do this sideways because it's easier to do it sideways. Oh, this is so beautiful, everybody. I'm in love with the diamonds. This is pure class. Stunning. I don't even know what else to say to you. It's absolutely stunning. I'm just getting rid of that excess glue. Oops. Sorry, diamond. Let me show you this. Look at that. And funnily enough, it has got something on every single section for a pearl or a gem. How beautiful is that? And now I'm going to pop this on there, and I am going to do it with foam tape. Actually, I think I might do it flat. I'm going to do it flat just for a change. So I'm going to pop this one on flat. So this is now using a combination of the rectangles with the diamonds, which is exactly how this collection is meant to be used. Now, one of the demos that I've prepped for Hobby Maker, I've told you already, I've prepped an easel card with the diamonds. I'm surprised none of my design team tried that. That's me telling you all, by the way. And there we're at. But then one of Angela's cards caught my eye, where she'd used the diamond. I'm not going to tell you because I'll wait for you to see it. Right, so more diamonds. And then we've got the beaded one here, look. So for those of you that know about this, it's exactly the same as it was with the first release of the beautifully beaded and double pierced. So the majority of these will sit along the edge. So the 1mm string that's connecting the beads will sit on the edge of the majority of the double pierced counterparts. And I just wanted to show you how to do that. I'm just going to do it the same way. So I'm just going to dab some glue along the back. And this time it doesn't matter if you're a bit heavy-handed, because you can push this back into shape if you distort it. Take off the excess, and then it will. I usually start at the sides. I find it easier to start at the side. I don't know why. It's just me. It helps if your tools are clean. Nobody likes a dirty tool. Oh dear. So you can see that I flicked that over. I flicked that over to press it down from the back. So now look, we've got the piercing just showing through, look. But we've got the beautifully beaded sitting along the edge. So I'm going to pop the gems on, and now I can tell you the colours that I've used. So I've used champagne gems, smooth caramel from the classic pearls, and rose petal again from the classic pearls. That is ink, by the way, just in case you're worried about me. So I've used a combination of 3 different colours on here. And if you saw when I did the first release, you will know that I quite like mixing the gems with the pearls. It gives you a nice variation, so it's not all pearly. So we'll have two gems. This is why I think these have been so popular, because you can bling them up as much as you like, or you can just use glitter. And then we'll have a caramel. And I can hear you, Sue Reardon, telling me to use my pickup tool, which is literally at the side of me. Look. So just as a reminder, just while I'm doing boring stuff, I should do that. It just make the job easier, I've got to say. So just as a reminder, let me just make sure I'm not duplicating, because that will just wind me up. You can pre-order from after I finish the live, so from about 9 o'clock. Dispatch will be from Thursday. So if Karen's told you Wednesday, I'm changing that, Karen, to Thursday. I forgot to tell you, obviously. This is so much easier using your little pickup tool. I don't know why you don't use yours, Sue. I'm going to cough in a minute. These are just so beautiful. There's just no if, buts or maybes. These dies are just stunning. If I hadn't to design these myself, this is one of those rare occasions where I think I would have been jealous of somebody else coming up with the idea. Right, so we've now got those on. Make sure you put them back in the right pot. And then we'll put this card together. It actually makes it really easy because you know everything's going to work. Right, here we go. So let's get this on. Repeat the name of the gems, I can tell you. So champagne gems. Champagne gems. I don't know whether we've got any of these in stock, by the way, so if you oh, do you know what, it's in my trolley. The gem sorter's in my trolley. I saw it earlier. I took it to Hobby Maker, and that says rose petal underneath that ink and smooth caramel in the pearls, and they're the classic pearls. Oh, stop showing off, Julia. I use a tidy tray. I like to tip my pots upside down. even if I have got one of them fancy trays. Shall I go and get it? I know exactly where it is. It's in my trolley at the top of the stairs. Right, so let's get this card put together. I'll do a quick recap for anybody in case you're bored, and then we'll get on with demo number 2. So I'm putting glue on this so that it can sink in between the gaps of the embossing folder. Oops. Let's just get that lined up. No, it's too pretty. It's too pretty and it's too easy. It's too easy to make it too pretty, if that makes sense. So obviously there's going to be a couple of flowers on here. 6 to be exact. And something that I toyed with when I was prepping this is the positioning of my flowers, and I think that the diamond is going to be one that you get fed up of me using, because it gives us a new way to position the flowers. Hang on, it didn't go on straight. You can tell I'm not right if I didn't get it right first time. And yes, I did just yank that off. That's temper. Imagine what I'm like when I don't get my own way. That's better. You can order these from the shop tomorrow, so good question, Denise. So as ever, you can order. I'll do all that again in a bit when I finish this card. I'll go through it all again when I finish this. I'm going to pop this one on with glue gel because I want it to be a little bit higher and not be that tube, because that's completely dried up at the ends. Brand new tube, Auntie Christine, going in the bin. Again. And this one's empty. Hang on. I hope I've got some more glue gel. Oh, I know I took some when I went to the shop. But where did I put it? This'll do. I think it's still in the car from a month ago. Right, let's try again. This one works. So I'm using glue gel on this one just because I want it to be a little bit higher than the foam tape, and it's easier than trying to do 2 layers of foam tape. So this is just going straight in the center. How pretty is this card? Super easy. Right, and now we've got the flowers, which won't take me long. In fact, I could just tip all that out, except for them. So just remember, these were the bits that were left over from the rectangle. I've kept them because I know I'm going to use them. I've got my sentiment here, which is from the Duet collection, which I know has sold out. And I really don't know whether I'm going to order any more. I've had so many people asking me because they missed out. But I honestly don't know. It's really tricky because the minimums are quite high. So I'll need to think about that when I'm not feeling rough. So I've just got For You, which is going to go across the middle there. Doesn't have to go across the middle. I could just pop a little flower in there. because the little flowers fit quite nicely, look, in the centre of these little diamonds. I'm just going to layer this up. And then my original plan was to have it through the centre, which is probably what I'm going to do. So let me just pop that on. Oops. What was that I've just dropped? My scissors. Now this is complete contrast to the card I'm doing next. Because we're going teal on the next one. Let me just pop that in the centre. And now we'll get the flowers on. So these flowers are from Floral Finery, obviously, but one of the earlier collections, series 2, I think. I'm going to pop the foliage on first, which I don't normally do. But I am going to put the foliage on first because I don't want to cover too much of the corner. So I'm putting the foliage on first. Now this is why I think I'm going to be in love with the diamonds, because look where I'm putting my flowers. This is a lovely change from top left bottom right, top right bottom left kind of thing. We're going at the bottom, which I think is going to look really rather fabulous. So I'm popping the big flower on first. And then I'm going to tuck the 2 smaller ones underneath. I can't remember what these flowers are called. I just took them out of my tub earlier. But we've probably not got any left. And if we have, you'll be very lucky. Somebody will know what they're called. I can't remember. Oh, look how gorgeous that little thing is there. It's beautiful. And I'm going back to the top to repeat that. You're going to love that diamond, I'm telling you. It's very deceiving. The diamond is a little bit cheaper as well because it uses less metal. But it's very deceiving because it is a full 8-inch tall diamond. And I didn't do an extra outer one because we didn't need it in the diamonds. There would have been no point. So flowers. That's a little bit too much gel. And this is number 1, almost done. Don't you just love that little display on the diamond, top and bottom? Now, had I made a bigger card, I would have done all 4 corners, believe you me. But you don't need it on this size of card. And there we go, super easy. Super easy, but absolutely fabulous. I'm just making sure these all line up. And now let's do a little close-up. Let's do a little close-up. It does look fab without the flowers. It's kind of a personal thing whether you want the flowers on or not, but you know me. So a little close-up. Look at those beautiful diamonds. There's just something about that shape. I don't know why I've never done it before, and I can only apologise to you and myself because I absolutely love this diamond. There's just something really elegant about the diamonds. And if I just flick this on its side, look how gorgeous that would look as a landscape card as well. Isn't that just beautiful? So this is biscuit crumb linen card. So this is biscuit crumb in the linen. There you go, you can just see the texture. And then soft peach in the premium, the regular cardstock. My card blank is the oversized A5. So I've made my card blank from the rectangle pierced dies. And jobs are good in. Class in a glass. Right, let me just tidy this mess up. Get a drink. And then we're going to go complete contrast. We're going teal. Where's the lid for my glue? It's so easy. And I think this is why the beaded dies have been so popular, because they just look very glamorous, don't they? There's no if, buts or maybes. Listen to my voice again. I'm losing my voice. They'll all be glad of that at the shop, I'll tell you. Just because I've been poorly don't mean I ain't been involved, we'll say. Did I not do a diamond, Em, in the Charmed? I thought I did. But I love the beautifully beaded. In fact, I'm quite sad that there's only going to be one more series. What am I doing? Do you want to see all the dies again, or shall I just crack on with the next demo because it's 8 o'clock? And do a recap at the end? Shall we do a recap at the end? Rich teal and fresh mint. Yeah, lovely die. Yeah, lovely combo. Right, here we go. Here we go. I might need to go and blow my nose in a minute, but shall let you know. So, oh my goodness, these dies. Oh yeah, like the piercing ones. I don't know why I've never done it. Why have I never done it? Why have I never done diamonds before in a layering die? I don't know. Right, here we go, look. So these are your double pierced archers. Now, I'm going to be really naughty. Really naughty. Because you know how you can do... Oh, I've just scratched it. You know how you can do frames like this? Now, when I was prepping this earlier, I thought, oh my God, that's just... This colour combo already is absolutely stunning. The card is going to be pure class in a glass. But I was thinking, we need to have some fancy inners. We need to have some... Can you remember when Sue Wilson used to do set Bs? I think we need some set Bs for these double pierced dies, where we can do fancy sections. Anyway, so card blank is made in exactly the same way, look. So you just 2 pieces the same size. Make sure you put your piercing detail on the outside at the back, please. It's a little bugbear of mine, yeah. Excuse me. So we've now made a proper card blank in the arch shape. This is the oversized A5. So if you like to make A5 cards for posting, that kind of thing, this one here with the glitter on is true A5 size. So everything I'm going to pop on this card now will fit on an A5 card blank. So we've got the card blank already done. This is the... what is this? What colour is this? Is it almond? I think that's almond hue. Yeah, almond hue. Yeah, I think we need a set B. Yeah, I know you have, Julia. I think we definitely need a set B. I'm gonna add it to my list. Right, so with the cardstock I've got here is the rich teal. This is the new rich teal. And this is your... Let me just find it. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh, come on. These dies weigh a ton. Oh, here you are. So this is your beaded lattice. So remember, the beaded lattice is A6 in size. And just before you all get your orders delivered, okay, I included the outer die. Now, you can see that this is one of the thinner ones, but I wanted you to be able to create full panels. Yeah, if you wanted to create a full panel, I wanted you to be able to do that. So when you get yours home, your little outer die might be hanging over the edge of your magnetic sheet. Mine was. So I just chopped an A4 one down and made it a bit bigger. Excuse me. I love this die. So we've now got this gorgeous lattice here, look, with the sections that are designed for your 5mm pearls and gems. So these little circles are for your 5mm gems and pearls. And I decided to do it for the 5mm because this is the one that everybody uses the most. I love this die. You're going to do so many different things with this. Now, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to create a lattice behind my arch aperture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on the back of here. So I'm putting glue on the back. I'm going just around the arch. This is a really good way to use up your scraps, yeah? So if you've got scraps of card lying around, run it through this beaded lattice and you're going to have, well, let's just show you. Look at all the different options you can. It's just too many. Too many. Too many options. Right, so I've put glue around the outside, on the reverse around the outside. So you notice I've not gone to the edge of the arch because I need to trim this off. So I'm just going to try and line this up. Try and line it up so that it's somewhat straight. That's not straight. That's perfect now. Right, so just while I leave that to dry for a second, I'm just going to pop it over there for a sec. Oh. We're going to come to the arches. Now. Decisions, because there are so many different choices. Excuse me. So, in your beautifully beaded arches, yeah, you've got 5 different sizes here. This is the largest one, so it's quite substantial, look. In fact, let's tell you where it says. Oh, I can't even bloody read that. 135 by 76. So this is 13.5 centimeters tall. Now I love, I'm not going to show you that yet, that we can do an innie or an outie for this die. So I could have popped something on the gone on the edge of that, but I didn't. I wanted a different look to the other card. So we're going straight on the inside. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I'm going to do it the same way again. I've got the pearls and gems already on. So just put some glue on the bigger pearls. And then just dab the rest. You'll find your own way of doing this. One thing I will tell you is when you die cutting these, don't pull them out of the die. Make sure you use the poke holes that come with in the dies. Just take the excess off, because then it keeps them from distorting. So let's just get that on. I mean, oh come on, how gorgeous is this? And I love these colours. I know you're going to ask me what colours they are. Sorry everybody, I'm just getting a drink. not done bad really, because I've never shut up talking. How beautiful is that? Oh, it's just so beautiful. Underneath the arches. I do know that song. I'm not going to sing it. Certainly not while I'm feeling like this. Right, so let's just see if that has dried enough for us to work on. It has just about dried enough. I'm just trying to keep this flat. So I'm just going to snip off the excess now. This is why I didn't go to the edge. Now I could have made this easier and done it beforehand, but I like to do this after to make sure it's neat. And then I'm going to show you two more things, a different way again of using these. Oh, that's just so lovely. Look at that. Right, decisions. So we've now, before I put the foam tape on the back of that, I'm not going to put any gems on it yet because I don't know which way we're going with this. So the largest, where's my tweezers? The largest of the, bear with me, I want to show you this properly. Oh, it's here. I want to show you this properly. Because this is really fabulous. So we all know that the dies are going to sit on the outside look of the piercy bits, yeah? We know that they're going to sit on the outside of the piercy bits. But, that also means that they will fit around an aperture. But the only way they'll fit around the aperture is if you use the big pearls look, because this is effectively sitting inside the aperture. So if you use the big pearls, or the big 8mm circles, you can go around an aperture with these and it just looks fabulous. Sorry everybody, I'm not going to do that tonight because we're going to do something different. Yeah, we're going to take this and we're going to snip it here and here. I'll snip it there just to make sure I've gone far enough, and I'm going to snip it at the end there, and I'm going to tease that now around that arch. You can do this with the straight ones as well, remember. Where's that brown one? So with any of the straight edges, look, you can tease them because they are fragile. So you can tease them around a shape, look. But because we've got that curve already in the arch, it's going to give us a head start. Google poke holes. So I'm just popping some glue on this. I can't see what anybody's saying to me just yet. I'm too busy rattling. And I'm going to start about there. So we're now training this to go around the arch. And we're going to do the corners because the flowers are going up there. And then of course I've got a corner here. So let's just do a big corner. And we can do this corner now. Yeah. All these little dangly bits, save them. So much for being done early, eh? Well, I might be still. I'll tell you what, I've been in my craft room nearly all bloody day. It's the most I've done for weeks. It's worn me out. Even though I've had fun. So just remember to take the excess off. Just remember as well, when you're doing corners, put your corner in first. So put the corner in first and then just tease everything around. So I know my flowers are going there and there, which is why I've not bothered going all the way around. But you can see how easy it would be to just continue all the way around. So you're not actually restricted to the sizes that I've said. You can make these bigger because they are so flexible. It's ridiculous. Dangly bits. Right, foam tape. So foam tape around you, yeah. I'm just going to work my way around. I should cut this with my scissors, but you know how patient I am. I love these arches, the arches and the dime. I love them all. There's no getting away from it because they've all got a place. And none of them are going to be just cupboard cards where you don't do anything with them, cupboard products, because you're going to use them such a lot. Right, so I'm going to pop this on here now. I'm not putting any gems on that yet. I'm going to save that because that's the making of another card. Pop this straight in the middle. Now I am going to put a little bit of glue gel on the back of this foam tape rather than my white glue, because I want to be able to just wiggle with the height. See if I can get it a little bit higher than normal. Just remember, if you were making this yourself, I mean, I know that's going in the middle, look, so don't waste your gems and pearls. Put them on after, really, if you can. It's not so bad for me because I can just take them from the shop. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue gel on here, look, just so I can raise it a bit further. I want to take advantage of the lattice in the centre, so I want it a bit higher. So a little tip, another little tip. I don't know where these tips are coming from tonight, but because we've got an open texture there, you need to just make sure it doesn't sag. So if I'd have put my centre panel on first before this, we could have put some foam tape on behind it because it wouldn't be visible. But of course, it's a do as I say, not as I do. Right, so let's just get this on. I'm just standing up to get this on. This is just too beautiful. Even if I say so myself, I love this. Love it, love it, love it. And you can see now we've got the height for that lattice. There we go. Stunning. Oops. Right, I'm going to pop this on next. So this I have done double height with the foam tape. So the sentiment is going to go through this, and the sentiment, well, I might not actually, I might change my mind. I might put it down the side instead. So this is too high with foam tape, and I'm definitely putting some of this on. Not so much for height, but for being able to move it. was supposed to be going away next week. I'm like, crikey, how long is this going to go on for? I might phone the doctors again in the morning. Not that they're bothered. So let's just put that in the centre. I need to stand up to do that. Oh, that's just too pretty. That's just too pretty. That's better. Now you know why I wanted the glue gel on. Just check that. Perfect. Perfect. Right, here we go. So Sentiment is already done. I've done from the same set. This is To Someone Special. It has got to be raised. I don't know why I didn't do it before. It's from the same set. This is the Heartwarming Duet collection. Just on the off chance that there are some left. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. Here we go. And the ink is the Doodah. It's the VersaFine Clear. I can't remember the colour of it. I'll tell you in a minute. Oh, 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 there's too many places I like it. So flowers are going on first. So gem, 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 gem. So I'm going to do the same thing again and pop the foliage on first. I'm not putting any beads on this until I've put the flowers on, so I know how much space I've got. I'm trying to avoid wasting the pearls and gems. So you can see here, look, so put that there. Right, here we go. I don't normally put the foliage on first, as you know. I usually tell you to do it last. But I wanted to make sure we covered the ends of the thingy-me-bob. Oh, that's just so gorgeous. And then these are for the top corner. So smaller foliage. Just make sure I'm on the right side, that's it. I dropped the glue, so you need to remind me to clean that. I need to make sure I cover that. Just see how far around I need to come. That's it. Look how gorgeous that lattice looks in the background. I can't tell you how beautiful that die is. Now, I'll be honest with you, I needed to cut it in both directions. Why did I go there? Oh, hang on, I'm just coming a bit further. I needed to cut it in both directions. Hang on. Just a bit further. Hang on, it needs to be a bit further. Not that I'm finicky, but it needs to be right. That's better. So, opposite corner. Nearly done. And then I've got something else to show you. So when I was prepping this card, because you know I'm partial to a swirly bit or a twiddly bit or a pretty bit. I got nearly done. Nearly done. I promise I'm nearly done. I've just got 2 extra little leaves to tuck in. Quite enjoyed making that. Well, I'm the other one. But it just shows you how... Oh, I've been chucking my tweezers in that glue gel there. Let me just clean them. Bear with me. Excuse me 1 minute. I wondered why they was getting sticky. Oops. And I knew I hadn't spotted a bogey. You and your twiddles. Just clean these. I think you can tell this is one of my cards. I don't know what gives it away. It's actually quite restrained on flowers. Right, so when I was prepping this, remember I showed you the waste from the aperture. So this is the waste from the aperture. Now obviously you would use that on the inside. You wouldn't waste that. But I tried this card in the other way around. So with the with a teal base. Anyway, it ended up being too dark. It needed to be offset with the amount of cream. So when I chopped that arch, so one of the arches, one of the beaded arches, look, gives you these. Which one was it? Not that one. I can't remember which one it was. But one of the... Oh, is that one? No, that one? Well, I don't know. But I thought, oh, these are pretty, aren't they? I'm not wasting these. So if you've got my butterfly dies, you're going to be able to make some pretty little antenna. But I thought these would make lovely little extra embellishments. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So remember when we went through the hat pin phase, where everybody was doing fancy hat pins, etc. I thought, this is really rather lovely. And I love the fact that we've got that curve on it as well. So let's just put that in there. And then we'll have the other one going next to it. I should have done it with white glue really, because the pearls make it a bit heavy. But how pretty is that? It's like a brand new twiddly bit from waste, which I thought was really rather marvellous. Anyway, so sentiment. So the sentiment was originally going to go up there, but I think I'm going to put it down here. Oh, decisions. My instinct is here. I'm going to put it there. I'm going with my instinct. Trust your instincts. it means I can just finish off with a couple of little pearls and gems. So I'm just going to tuck that just there. I'm just trying to cover that pearl up. Marvellous. Right, we're nearly done. I've got I don't know why I've got that flower there. Why have I got an extra flower? I'm not putting it on. That's made an extra flower. Right, so the pearls on this card are ivory, elegant ivory, which is from the original classics. Teal shimmer, which actually look petrol blue when you put them next to the teal cardstock, but it's a fabulous combo. And then sea glass for the gems. So I'm just going to pop in some that are visible on here. Look. And as I say, I didn't want to do this before because we would have ended up covering most of them up and it was just silly. So you would never know that beaded section I've got at the top, look. Where have I got glue gel from? Up here. That's going to bug me. It's got to be finished off. It's not finished until I've done this. You would never know, would you, looking at it, that section there is not one complete piece. Right, here we go. So let's do sea glass. Sea glass. I know I'm not using my pickup tool. It won't take me long, I promise. And one of the things that I found really interesting was that the ivory, the elegant ivory pearls, take on an almost dusky colour when you put it next to the teal, which I thought was really interesting. Won't take me long. Oops. See, if only I got my little tidy tray out. Teal. It's all in the details. No point making a card if you're not gonna do your best. And this is very, very pretty. Ivory. Pretend I didn't do that. Well, what are the odds that there are no tiny ones in there? There is now. And we'll finish with a sea glass. And then one ivory tiny one. And there we go. Wait till I show you these two cards next to each other. Don't you love that? Right, let's just pick this up. I'm just spitting on my fingers to pick these up. So if anybody gets a card from me and it's got teal pearls on, odds are it's covered in spit. Or the pearls are. Oops. So just while I'm finishing off, just to remind you, excuse me, so you can pre-order from tonight after I've finished the live, or 9 o'clock, whichever comes first. Orders will be shipped from Thursday. You don't need to wait till Friday this time, because I'm not doing my hobby maker shows because I'm obviously not fit enough. Which means we don't have to wait as long. If you prefer to order from the shop over the phone, you can do so. If I can find my button. Oh, I can't find it. I'm sure I had a button that said the shop phone number on it. Oh, it's here. So if you prefer to order over the phone, you can call the shop after 12 o'clock tomorrow to do your pre-order, and it will be at the same price. Remember, it's a sneaky peek new release. So as always, there will be the introductory offer prices, but they will be coming off on Friday. That's going to really annoy me. There's a little bit of glue gel on there, and it's really going to bug me. And I can't do anything about it. Ooh. Would I get away with that? Not really. Anyway, right. So a little close up. Pretend you can't see that glue gel on the side. So this is why I love these dies. Look, we've actually made a proper card blank using the dies. You can do that in any of the sizes as well, even if this is a top heavy, front heavy card from me. This is the teal card stock, not the linen. It's the regular rich teal. We've got the lattice in the background there. We've got the beaded arches. We've got the double pierced arches. And then look at these lovely little things here. Look, I thought they were lovely. I'm going to do that again and again and again. It's just a little twisty flourish. And there you go. So that's the second card done. And that's the first card done. So both beautiful in their own right and both completely different, but from the same series. I'm so sorry for coughing all over you. How fabulous is that? It's super easy to do as well. Bring them in, let you see. So you can see that the arches are going to work with the rectangles because they've been designed that way. And there we go. So do you want me to do a recap of the dies, or do you want to just let me go and crack on? I use pin flare glue gel. That's what's got on there, which is going to bug me. I might just have a little butterfly on there because that flower's too big, which is a shame. I might just end up with a little butterfly in there just to cover it up. And there you go. Do you want to recap, or are you just going to let me go and I'll let you get your pre-orders done? Do you want me to do it? I'm going to do a recap for the people that got here late. So here we go. Let's just pop that in there. Pop that in there. So 2 card blanks made from the A5, the rectangles. Amazing. Amazing. Right, here we go. So this is your limited edition. So the limited edition double pierced arches and beautifully beaded arches that you can only get from myself and from Julia. These will not be on the Hobby Maker shows because they are your limiteds. So that is the arches. So the double pierced dies as ever are in the A4 format. The beautifully beaded as ever are in the A6 format. So it's the smaller ones, the inner ones, where you're going to be able to do the edges. Then we've got the rectangles. So the double pierced rectangles, which are not going to coordinate. Just remember that, everybody. The new rectangles will not coordinate with any of my original rectangles, because this is a new shape. This has been designed specifically for A5 cards. So if you would like to make A5 cards, this second die down is the true A5 size, and then everything inside will mat and layer onto an A5. And then you've got your when I find the board, your beautifully beaded rectangles, which will coordinate, obviously. Then we've got the double pierced diamonds, which I'm going to be using all the time. That is your double pierced diamonds. And then the beautifully beaded counterpart, which is there. Then we have the beautifully beaded borders, 3 borders on the A5 die set, all with sections for your beads, etc, etc. And then we have the beautifully beaded lattice, which is what I used on the inside of that aperture for these 2 cards. Oh, so sorry. Anyway, I've managed to muddle through, so that weren't too bad. So 2 completely different looking cards from the same collection. The beautifully beaded and the double pierced, just a marriage made in heaven. They're absolutely perfect together. And remember, if you've got the circle, the square and the heart from series 1, you are now going to be able to mix and match those with these 3 new shapes, and vice versa. There is only one more release. There will only be another 1 series of beautifully beaded and double pierced with a brand new shape. But there are 2 new products being introduced for the last release. So do not miss out on these, because if I sell out, the only place you're going to be able to get them from is Hobby Maker. So my stock that I've allocated for Hobby Maker, I'm not going to steal any of it if we sell out. It's going to be staying for them. And there you go, everybody. So it's been lovely to see you all. And apologies I've not been able to see what you're saying much, because I've never shut up talking. It's no wonder my voice is going again. But hopefully you've enjoyed that. And it shows you something new to get your teeth into for the next couple of months at least. So thank you very much, everybody. As ever, if you haven't yet, you can request to join our Facebook group here. So search for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. You do need to answer the couple of little security questions. It's like, how long have you been crafting, that kind of thing. Otherwise, the system will automatically reject your application. If you haven't yet, please do get subscribed to my YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll be fit for next Monday as well. Well, hopefully I'll be better by next Monday, but you never know. So Crafting with Phill Martin is the YouTube channel. Remember to give me a thumbs up if you're already on there. And as ever, you can like and follow our Sentimentally Yours Facebook page and our shop's Facebook page, which is Honeypot Crafts. And you'll find us all over the shop. Instagram, Phill M. Martin. TikTok, Phill M. Martin. Twitter, even though it's called X now, I need to change that logo. Phill M. Martin. And there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much, everybody. I love these dies, so I hope you do too. And remember, you can pre-order from 9 PM tonight, shipping from Thursday. So thanks, everybody. I will chat to you all in the Facebook group, and I will see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.